How about yourself?
Good. What's going on with this Bitcoiner bracket?
Want to get into that?
Let's do it.
All right. Well, I'm looking at it. It looks like we've got four different conferences. We've got Node, Pioneer, PodConf, and Hot.
Dude, this is
The Maxi brackets. Maxi Madness.
this is hilarious. The first quadrant, the one on the top left, and I'll throw a screenshot so everyone can see, unless you want to share your screen. Yeah, this is like the node wars.
Let's see if I share my screen.
It's BP 110 versus Bitcoin Core. It'll be interesting to see how that one plays out. And then you've got Michael Saylor versus our buddy Adam Sameka. That just doesn't seem like a fair fight.
Well, let me share it. Hold on. Damn. Come on. My privacy settings are such that I put all these things that, just to make sure they can't look at my screen and stuff.
Don't worry about it. I'll put it up in the production.
Okay. Well, yeah, dude. I mean, I'm looking at the bracket now. I've got I can't I'll say this. Let's go over to the bottom left quadrant, which is the Pioneer. They really did our boy Adam dirty, pitting him up against Michael Saylor in the first round.
That's what I just said. That is
Sorry,
unfair.
I wasn't listening.
You were concentrating.
Yeah,
Yeah, and then you've got Jack Dorsey versus Kit Satz, the founder of Golden Tallow. That again does not seem fair. And then you've got Casey Rodameror, the Ordinals guy, versus Nico from Simply.
yeah. Well, this is layup for me. I think that's a clear upset, Nico, just because of the fact that
He's pretty well known.
it's Nico, and then he's well known, and then Ordinals. Come on, give me a break.
Yeah. Other standouts, let's see here. Lynn Alden versus Frank Corva. Frank is a good dude. He's a journalist.
Frank, yeah, I like Frank a lot.
But Lynn's really well known. I mean, I guess it makes sense to put like a number one seed against someone who's lesser known in the first round. But David Bailey and Grant Cardone.
It's Grant Cardone slash
Oh,
is it
slash Larry Lepard.
I don't know why it's slash Larry Lepard because I've got Larry Lepard as a clear winner over David Bailey. But if you look at
Could be.
Grant Cardone versus David Bailey, it's like it's almost sort of
They're handicapping him. They're
yeah,
handicapping Larry.
they're doing Larry dirty. They're doing our boy Larry wrong. It ain't
I,
right.
I would expect nothing less from the Bitcoin bulge.
They know what they're doing. But
Do they?
I've
I
got
think
Grant
not.
slash Larry taking this.
Is Grant the one who's in a legal battle with his previous renter? Someone was renting one of the Cardone's houses and did millions of dollars worth of damage and now is suing him for defamation, I hear.
I don't know. I mean, but
I
hey,
don't know.
that's what
Okay.
happens when you own real estate and you rent it out. You get all these issues that arise. That's why you just buy Bitcoin.
Bitcoin's so much easier.
I listen.
Cool. Well,
Let's go.
yeah,
I'm
this
just
is,
gonna fire around this stuff. Luke Dash Jr., Luke Dasher, whatever, versus Wicked. Luke for me, one seed takes it.
I mean, anyone on the BIP 110 side for me is going to win.
Tomer beats Rob. Where's Como on the BIP 110 side? I thought he was back and forth on that.
Uh, I think I think he thinks that Giacomo Zucco, I think he's anti-BIP 110.
Hmm.
But I think he said that there's a problem with spam, and I could be misquoting, but I think he doesn't believe BIP 110 is the solution.
Okay. Well, I do like him though. I don't like that. I like that he's being constructive from what it sounds like.
Could be. Could be. I rug the spammers is what I say.
I don't know enough about
Bitcoin is
his
money.
involvement. I got Justin Beckler over Peter Todd. I've got
Justin's the man. I
I've
mean,
got
he is.
Mechanic. I've got Crater. Crater's my guy. So When I
See,
look at
you're
Crowder
Vic 110 all the way.
and I see him as a 7 seed, I see this as like in March Madness. It's like, ooh, I really like this 7 seed, and I can make a lot of money riding this underdog all the way to the championship and winning. And that's how I feel about Crater with the 7 seed. It's a difference if he's like a one or, but he's a 7 seed. I think that actually is advantageous for him.
Hard not to like him. All
And it's a
subs, though.
blowout. It's a complete blowout. I mean, Crowder's blowing out Shinobi. We're talking 40, 50 points. It's not even a close match.
Not even close. But goodness, way to ruffle some feathers and bring some conversation.
And listen, Adam Back is a legend. I got him getting it past the first round just off of Adam Back's legacy alone. But
I feel like the Andy Back Epstein Island connection
but
is major
so,
handicap,
so here's
major
the
red
thing.
flag.
Here's the thing. If this is like a 1-to-1 matchup and you got Crater and you got Adam, in this world, you imagine what would a debate look like? What would a conversation with these two guys look like? Who would win that? The who would win the who would be the most logical, right? And
Based on Adam Back's tweets, not him.
I would say Crater, so I think like all the respect in the world for Adam. There's some concerning things there, some disappointing things, but he's a legend, he's an OG. But Crater takes that. And then Crowder's going all the way, baby. I don't see anyone else that's going to give him a run for his money, other than maybe Luke. I mean, and I think that's probably the championship.
I would like to see Adam get beyond round one.
He'll get beyond round one.
He's got to beat Sailor to do it.
Adam Sameka, okay, our boy Adam. I think Adam.
Not Adam Back.
Listen, listen. I'm a Cinderella kind of guy, and if we're talking about, let me just make the argument here. If we're talking about pioneers, sure, Sailor has done a lot of the pioneering as far as the financialization of Bitcoin goes. Sure.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
No
That
argument there.
no argument with that. But what Adam has built, what he's building, is something native to Bitcoin, something that helps everyday
That's
people
true.
custody, send, and
Self-custodial
receive
Bitcoin Lightning
Bitcoin.
wallet.
Yep, exactly. And that's
Man of
the
Bitcoin.
most important thing. And that we need to recognize and reward Bitcoiners that are building philosophically like that.
I
So I
agree.
got
Think about
Adam Sameka defeats Michael Saylor round one. You heard it here first.
another correct prediction from the Stack Show. And you think about it, Sailor's out there grabbing the Bitcoin for himself.
Yeah,
Adam is out there unlocking Bitcoin access for the pleb, for anyone.
yeah.
Diametrically opposed. Those are two separate paths. You can't do both, or at least Sailor's not doing both.
Hmm.
Who knows? Who knows what the future holds? But yeah, I think I think we'll see an Adam upset.
Yeah, I got an Adam upset. And we're looking at Uncle Rockstar, Nut. I can't say his name, Newt Svallenholm. He's a really
Canute.
funny, Canute. He's a really funny guy. I really like him.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a
And
good dude.
just based off of personality alone, I got to go Newt. Uncle
Yeah.
Rockstar is amazing, but I got Newt. He's funny.
S- So let's get back to Bitcoin. What do you think? We kind of flirted below 70 today. Lots of bad financial market news, war in Iran, blowing up the LNG around the world. And Bitcoin's holding strong and now pushing towards 71.
I
We
was going to
thought we were going to
cancel
be at
today's.
76, right?
You said 76. I was going to cancel today's recording because I said we'd be at 80.
You can't be afraid of a
Like,
wrong
yo, let's
prediction.
push
You
this
can't.
until Bitcoin hits 80 so I can get on and be like, hey, technically.
See you in May.
Yeah. Hey, listen, dude. I mean, there's a lot of turmoil in the world, and for Bitcoin to be hovering around 70K and not cratering under the pressure of, the world ending and the Antichrist returning and aliens and all these psyops, it's like, yeah,
Aliens.
I'm optimistic with it, and yeah, the more it stays around these ranges, the more optimistic I become.
It's interesting that gold is selling off and silver.
Hmm.
Gold, it was at 4,000 something today, and this week has not been doing well. And I think that's interesting because this is supposed to be the thing you invest in during times of trouble. It's at 4,600, 4,652 today. Bitcoin holding steady. To me, that is going to draw people in. You're not going to miss that. If everything's red except Bitcoin, right? How hard are those dots to connect?
Well, the more the time goes by, the more Bitcoin stands apart from all of crypto. And we always knew that that's going to be the case because how long is it going to take before folks from the traditional world catch on, or just people that have been hearing about Bitcoin for 15 years and like, oh wow, like that's still around. Might take some 15 or 20 years, but Bitcoin's not going anywhere. When you're all that time goes by, but then that person might look back and say, well, there's Bitcoin and that's always there, but all this other stuff just kind of comes and goes. And it will
Yeah.
continue to come and go. The top 10 will always be continually shifting. So, the longer that Bitcoin stays the apex predator, which it just is, the more attention it's going to grab.
Yeah, I think that's right. I think the biggest problem that people haven't purchased it is because they think it's volatile, they don't understand it, and that's it. Those are the two things. All
Yeah.
they hear is the top line news, Bitcoin dropped or Bitcoin went up,
Yeah.
and they're not taking the time that it requires to study. I mean, it's not easy. Bitcoin's a hard concept if you have never paid attention to it
Hmm.
and you just listen to the news. And that's 95% of people, I think.
Well, listen, I think that we're reaching a inflection point, a paradigm shift in terms of people's understanding of Bitcoin. Thanks in part to just one announcement from Square, which essentially said it dictates that all merchants, the Bitcoin's going to be the default payment method, right?
Oops. Can you
So,
imagine if you didn't plan for that and you
yeah,
just wake up, you've done $1,200 in sales for the day at your fast food joint and it's all in Bitcoin?
yeah.
Wait.
This is great though. I love it. I
It
mean, it's
is
going to be
great.
huge for adoption and yeah, I mean now they're just making it really seamless. I love it. I think it's actually very huge news. I'm not sure when they're implementing it. Like I don't know if it's relatively soon. I hope so.
It'll
But
be a surprise. It'll just turn on.
yeah, I really want to pay attention. And I'm looking forward to seeing all the because the data that they're going to be able to get from that too. Uh, it's going to be very cool to see all the merchants that because people are going to like turn it off or they're going to tweak it and do things differently, whatever. But you're going to have a certain segment of the population of Square users and merchants that are just going to like, oh, I'll keep this on. All right, here it is. It's easy. And I really am interested to see. I want to hear those stories. I want to see like, okay, we implemented this in March of 2026, and now it's March of 2027, and here's where we're at. Bitcoin's at 200,000, and we saved a lot of this Bitcoin. Maybe we saved 20% of this Bitcoin. We had to use the rest for OpEx, stuff like that. But here's what it's worth now. And I think the stories that are going to come out of this, like the actual human interest level stories from like business owners, is going to be amazing. You're going to see it a lot in the media, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I think it'll be big. And the alternative is you keep accepting cash. And today or this week, the US hit 39 trillion in debt.
Hmm.
I mean, how long is this thing going to last? How long are we going until people are like, you know what? I've got an alternative now. My Bitcoin's accepting my business is accepting Bitcoin. I'm saving it. I can transact in it. I'm just going to switch over to this.
Yeah, yeah. The national debt thing it's such a gargantuan number. It's almost so big that it's hard to wrap your mind around it. You can't visualize what all that money looks like. And because of that, I think it becomes kind of lost, actually, because it becomes this unreal thing. Oh, wow.
It doesn't even
That's,
matter.
that's such a large number that it must not even matter. Who cares, I guess. And this reminds me of that quote that's often attributed to Stalin, which is one death is a tragedy, a million deaths
Right.
is a statistic. And so, yeah, that's I think essentially what we're looking at with the national debt as it relates to people's perception of the economy of America and of Bitcoin. And they're not really connecting the dots because they just see this like unrelatable massive number, but they've got nothing to tie it to, and they can't see where Bitcoin and the national debt tie in together. So yeah, but 39 trillion, like, and how long did that take us? That took us
Not
20,
long.
30 years.
Yeah, not long. We were 4 trillion in debt 20 years ago, I think, something like that.
Yeah, that
I
sounds
mean, the
about
most of it's happened since 2020. So, pretty
And that's
wild.
that's that's uh that's not even including unfunded liabilities.
No, you count those and we're over 100 trillion.
More, I think,
Probably.
200 maybe.
Whatever number you want to use, just like you said,
But so
I
it
can't
doesn't
wrap
really
my head around
matter,
it.
right?
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, dude. They're just going to
Which
keep
is
printing money forever.
which is wild, really, when you think about it. And you're like, well, yeah, it's either 100 trillion or like 2 or 300 trillion.
Yeah.
now, now
You
we're
owe the bank 100 grand and it's your problem.
yeah.
You owe the bank 100 million and it's their problem.
I just can't
And
stand these parasites.
that's what it's like.
They're vampires and they're sucking the blood of the American people. It aggravates me. They're stealing our time. They're stealing our livelihoods. They're doing their best to steal our pride, but they won't steal our pride. Okay, we won't give them our
No,
pride. They won't take our glory. Glory is ours to get.
that's
And
right. And the Bitcoin. They can't take our Bitcoin.
no, they can't take. I'm trying to be really white pill today because I know Adam's wife said that we were very very down, very negative Nancy. So I want to be a little bit more positive today for her.
We're gonna win, dude. We're gonna win.
Yeah, we're gonna win. We're gonna do
And
so
then
much winning.
we're gonna help people. We're gonna help the
Yeah.
people that we know who didn't get into Bitcoin but should have.
We're gonna win. We're gonna build churches. All right.
Oh yeah. We're
We're
gonna
gonna
bring
spread the
back the
good word of the
neoclassical
Lord.
architecture.
Bitcoin. Yeah, architecture, community, farms,
Yes.
you name
And
it.
then rock and roll.
Yeah,
We're
and
bringing
rock
back
and
rock and
roll.
roll.
I was listening to "Money for Nothing" by the Dire Straits,
I
and
saw
I
that.
was like, "Yes, thanks for the like, brother. I appreciate that. I can count on you."
Yeah,
I don't get
felt
a
like you
lot.
needed one.
I don't get a lot, dude.
There's a mercy like.
Yeah,
It's so hard.
I
Why is
spent
it so
so
hard for people to like posts?
I've spent so much time like using slurs and stuff on Twitter. I think they're just like put this guy in the corner and suppress everything.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
and I shouldn't be using slurs and stuff. It's not very Christ-like. But so I fall into that. And but with this, I was just thinking like imagine being in like the '90s and then they come out with this banger and all the lyrics are like talking about slinging refrigerators and TVs and microwaves.
Microwave ovens.
Imagine you're working like Sears. You're showing up every day. You've got your tie on. You're like,
That's
play that
right.
song. You're like, let's go move some refrigerators, baby. Let's go move some
That's
fridges.
right. Oh goodness. We're selling some quesadilla makers today with our
Yeah,
microwaves. 2 for 1 special.
I feel like that song. If I were in working at Sears in like 1998 or whatever, I would have moved so many microwaves. Oh my gosh. I'd be slanging, I'd
So
be like getting
healthy.
pumped up every day, slanging microwaves and refrigerators. You name it.
Wasn't
Custom
wasn't
cabinetry and
there
whatnot.
wasn't there an Alan Jackson song, the country music, and it was like www.memory.com or missingyou.com or something like that. Do you remember that?
I don't remember that.
But what's weird is like what you're describing, where an artist will put things in pop culture that in 10 years become totally passe,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
I can't, man, it's gonna bug me. I can't remember that song.
Find it though.
But anyway,
Yeah. Yeah, but anyway, we're fixing everything. Bitcoin's fixing everything. Everything's good. And And
We're super excited.
we're super excited. Let's buy
All right,
Bitcoin.
let's stack sets.
Yeah.
All right. Buying at 70,500. 21 bucks. It's going to give me 29,511 sats. Boom. Got it. That's good. That's good.
It's all
It's
good.
empowering, make that stack bigger every single week.
Yeah. No, man, that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. I don't know. I'm thinking, what am I thinking? Well, we covered the bracket. We covered some of the square stuff. We covered a little bit of the price stuff. We stacked some
You see,
sats.
you see Netanyahu is alive?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. He's
Man, he had us going.
I didn't actually buy into it too much. Once we got off and I looked into it, I don't know, I was like,
Oh, all the AI videos they released. Come
yeah.
on. No,
But
there
I
was
I
there
don't
was
know.
plenty of reasons to be rational and think that he was cooked.
Yes, for sure. Like flip of the coin for me, basically. But
Sure, that's fair.
but I was just like, I don't know. Something was telling me I can't buy into this one yet. And
Where do you think we go next? I saw that the U.S. may keep our oil from being exported, and we're going to keep all of our production here, not ship any of it out, which is going to hurt the rest of the world, cause inflation to spike internationally, but costs for gas and fuel and other things here that are byproducts will be lower.
yeah, great. Step in the right direction.
Man, we're just completely destroying the world economy.
Well, we
What
we
are you
shouldn't
gonna
have
do?
our tentacles in like everything. I'm an
Agree.
anti-globalist. Bring it back home. Okay. Like I know
But
it's
not
gonna
until we
be
destroy everyone else's shit.
yeah, we gotta destroy their
Level up your
shit
shit,
first.
and
Yeah.
then we're good.
Yeah. But this is like the penalty you pay for globalization. This is the penalty you pay for being like an empire, essentially. And
Yeah.
it's neo-colonialism. You go in there, it's
Hmm.
economic colonialism, essentially. And it becomes very hard to pull back from it without a lot of pain. And so then what do?
Yeah.
You keep going, you keep printing money, you keep expanding, whatever. Uh, and technology and the digital realm make it even harder to pull back because now everything's so interconnected, right? Everything is, I hate the word stream,
Hmm.
it's such a LinkedIn word, streamlined, but everything is open, you know,
Synergistic.
synergistic. I cannot stand LinkedIn. Uh, but so I don't know. It's a hard thing to do, but I think it must be done. I'm okay being isolationist. Uh,
Yeah, let's hope we survive.
I'm also okay as well. Like, I know I'm like talking both sides of my mouth right now, but I'm okay conquering too
Okay.
in
Well,
certain circumstances if it's advantageous.
we're doing that. We're conquering Cuba,
Yeah,
conquering
fine.
Venezuela.
I just don't want them here though.
I mean, that's the whole thing. We have some refugee program for Iranians.
This is what the fall of Rome. I mean, this is we're like
Yeah,
living through it because
totally.
we're reverting back to our black pill. Talk about the fall of Rome.
Damn it. All right, pull out, pull out. Everything is good. Everything's awesome. It feels great when you're part of a team.
Oh, everything's awesome. Everything is awesome. What else, man? I'm just trying to keep it light today, keep it happy, keep it upbeat. It's March 19th, 2026. Year's going by in a blip already. We're almost 4 months into the year.
Yeah, it's got to get better.
Yeah, yeah, yes.
I think we bit off more than we could chew at the beginning of the year, and it's all downhill from here.
Speaking of all downhill from here, I was just listening to Newfound Glory the other day.
Okay.
Newfound Glory.
I know them. I it wasn't one of my rotation.
I there's like three songs, but they were also I was in like seventh grade, And so
Okay.
it's kind of like good seventh grade music, Newfound Glory. And
Hmm.
I was listening to this music. I was like, oh man, where's my etnies? I'm gonna gotta find my old pair of etnies and lace them up.
I used to have etnies, some Jinko jeans,
They
ride the
wrote a song "All
skateboard.
Downhill from Here," or that was a lyric or something. So I don't know, made me think of it. But I agree. I think it's all downhill from here. I think Bitcoin's not going anywhere besides up. Adam Semeka is getting past the first round. He's going to get past the second round. Then he's going to get past the third round. And then he's going to
Let's
get to the
go.
championship. And then he's going to win. So we got
Let's
that.
go. I'm fired up.
We stacked Bitcoin. We ended the stack show with more sats than we had before we started. That's a
That's the whole
win.
point.
That's
That's
a
the whole
win.
point.
We're doing it. We're living the dream, baby.
We really are. We're going to look back and realize we're living the dream.
Hell yeah.
All this other stuff we're getting caught up with does not matter.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, man, at all. Let it go by the wayside. Retard max. Focus on your
Yes.
family, focus on your well-being, focus on your work, focus on the things that are going to make you a better person, and
Spend time outside.
everything's going to work out.
That's right. Get away from the
Promise.
screen.
Get away from the screen. Kneel down before the Lord and pray. Uh,
There you go.
you
Amen,
know,
brother.
these are the things that we need to do. And screw the noise. There's so much. There's
Oh, yeah.
in a world where everything is a psyop, the reward for paying attention to every psyop is very low because you realize that you're just being deceived
Right. You're
and
just being manipulated.
you're just being manipulated. Not to say that I don't entertain a lot of these things. I find them interesting. They're fun. They're like intellectually stimulating. It's in a sense, it's almost like my Desperate Housewives kind of thing, but the man version. Uh, but like you know, you're going to get a lot more return out of your life if you open up a good book or you open up a Bible or you listen to the Gospels instead of listening to like that Black Pill podcast or that, whatever's happening during the week kind of thing. So, just a word to the wise. I'm trying to do that. I'm saying, I'm not perfect
I
and
I think
something
that's
I'm
good
trying to do
advice, man.
more of. So,
Yeah.
it's good for me and I'm sure it will be good for you too.
That's good advice. All right, dude. Let's
All
end
right,
it
brother.
there.
Let's end it. All right, man. We'll see you.